Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans video. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me in today's Backyard Shenanigans video. We are going to be potting up a new plant. Let's check it out. But before we do, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. Now, let's see what I got from the nursery this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see I already have everything set up for my new plant, and it is a blueberry. This is a sharp blue blueberry, and I got it because it's a southern high bush, which is something that I need in my area of Southern California, zone 10B/11A, because blueberries require a certain amount of chill hours, and as you can see, this sharp blue only requires 200 hours of chill hours. We probably barely get that, but it's better than some of the other varieties that require 3, 4, and more 100 hours. This plant already has some blueberries on it, and normally I don't get plants that already have blueberries on it, but this was the only one in this size of this variety, so that's why I got it. I just wanted to come over here right quick and show you a comparison. So this is the pink lemonade blueberry, and it is a hybrid of rabbit eye. I'm not sure that this is focusing, but it says, hold on, let me move the leaves out of the way. See, it requires about 300 chill hours, so a little bit more, and that's why I got the sharp blue, because it's less chill hours. And then also the bountiful blue that I have that's recovering, I think it requires less chill hours. I think I lost the tag, but y'all, let's go see right quick. Here is the bountiful blue. I have it actually under my apple tree. I just brought it over here because when I was doing my surgery, I brought it closer to the water hose. But if you can see this, so like I said, this is the bountiful blue blueberry, and it says right on here low chill requirement. But if you look on the back, you can see, hopefully this focuses, it's self-fertile, and it only needs 150 to 200 chill hours. So that's why I got this variety. And if this particular plant does not make it, I already talked to the nursery where I bought it from. I can bring it back and get another one for free. And y'all, while I'm over here, I just had to show you, look at all of the blooms and the blossoms on my dwarf Meyer lemon. Y'all, look at that. Just imagine if every one of these flowers got fertilized and pollinated and everything and became a lemon. Y'all, what would we do with all of these lemons? Like a whole lot of stuff, right? But look at that. I mean, tucked all in the nooks and crannies, everywhere you look. Blooms, blossoms, flowers. New growth is coming in. Something else I wanted to show you. So I don't know if you remember this particular branch right here that's branching out, and actually it has branched off the branch. But this particular branch, if you remember from last year, this was a long branch, and all it had was thorns on it. You can see one of the thorns right there. It was just a branch with thorns, like, period. That's it. And I've read that most people, once you see a citrus tree that has a thorny branch, most people just cut it off, right? But I learned, and you can see here with the proof and the evidence, you see those buds. There will be flowers and hopefully maybe a few lemons. Some of these thorn branches do actually transform, convert, transition, whatever. They turn into leaves that are able to support flowers and hopefully fruit. So if you have a thorn branch, you know, if it's above the graft. Now if it's below the graft, then you know, probably don't hang on to that. But if it's above the graft and you have a spiny branch, you know, hey, maybe you want to give it a year or two and see what happens. You can see here, this is the bottom of the lemon tree. But this branch is definitely growing above the graft. And then, like I said, you see the buds, you see the new growth, you see leaves. It's not just thorns. But it was last year, and if you go back and look at my videos, you will see exactly that. Now let's get back to the blueberry. So again, this is the sharp blue blueberry. It is a southern high bush, and I believe this is a 2-liter container, and I'm just gonna up pot it into this. I think this is a gallon size, and you can see it is measurably larger than the container that is in now. And I wanted to up pot it to this kind of intermediary size container rather than putting it in the 20-inch pot. That's where I had both of the blueberries before. And if you saw the pink lemonade, it is in a gallon container similar to this. I took both of them out of the 20-inch pot because I think the pot was just too big for them. So we're gonna step it up, and eventually we'll get it into those 20-inch containers. Here is the mix that I have for the blueberry. I think one of the issues that I had was that the soil was not acidic enough, and that's why the pink lemonade blueberry died. And I think that's why the bountiful blue almost died. And it may be dead, y'all, but I refreshed the soil. I'm gonna give it a chance and we'll see what happens. Like I said, if it doesn't work out, I can take the dead plant and get it replaced with a fresh plant for free. So what's going to be in this blueberry soil mix? I have peat moss, I have an EB stone acidic soil, and then I have some fir bark mulch. Here I have pumice because I ran out of perlite, but I want to give pumice a try. Now, one of the advantages of pumice is that it will not float to the top of your soil over time. Wherever it gets mixed in, wherever you put it, that's where it's going to stay. I also have some vermiculite for moisture. I have the Espoma soil acidifier. This is the Espoma berry tone. This is earthworm castings, and this is azomite. So I'm going to mix this all up. Let me just pour the containers. I had so many of these things, so I just saved them up, and now they're my scoops, and they go in either the bag, the original bag that the product came in, or it goes in my gray buckets that I have a lot of my amendments and fertilizers in. So that was the pumice. Here is the vermiculite. Here's the soil acidifier, and be careful because this stuff is dusty, so sometimes you might want to wear a mask depending on how you feel. This is the berry tone. This is the earthworm castings. And this is the azomite. I'm going to mix this all together and then pot up the blueberry. But before I do, I'm going to fill a container maybe a fourth to a third of the way with this mixture. But when I carve out my little area to plant the blueberry, I am going to put some of the mycorrhiza bliss that I have just to kind of help with the root development. And it's also supposed to help lessen transplant shock. This is the mycorrhiza product I have, and I either got this from Amazon or I got it from a local nursery. I can't remember which, but this is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to mix this together. One thing that I did not do, which I normally always do it, I did not pre-hydrate the peat moss. And making sure that the peat moss is damp is very important because initially it does have hydrophobic properties and it repels water. Now if you soak it, or at some point after you water it give it a good soak, a good watering. Even if you plant or you water it after you've planted, whatever it is you're planting, it'll eventually accept water, but you just have to give it like a real good soaking. I didn't have time to do that now, but I'm definitely going to really soak in the plant once I get it settled into its new pot. So I'm just mixing. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm just so used to seeing white from the perlite, but I don't have that this time. Like I said, I'm using pumice instead, and pumice is gray. It's grayish. And when I opened the bag was kind of wet, like it was kind of moist on the inside. I don't think that affects anything. I mean, pumice is an inorganic material, so I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. This soil mix that I'm using is specifically for the purpose of making sure that the soil is acidic and maintains its acidity. And of course, I'll have to add more of the soil acidifier or add more peat moss or whatever. I will have to dress the soil, as they say, every so often. But to me, this is a good mix to help get the blueberries started. I know different people have different ingredients that they use in their mixes. So if you have a specific blueberry mix, hey, let me know. I use things that I already had on hand, and I have so many different amendments and fertilizers and everything like already on hand. Instead of buying more or something specifically that says blueberry soil or soil for blueberries, I already had that stuff. And I even had the acid lovers mix. It's for azaleas and camellias and stuff like that, acid loving flowers, but it's also good for blueberries. So that is also a good portion of this mix. Okay, that looks good. Let me set everything up and then I'll be back, because I'm not going to be able to do this with just the one hand. I'll be right back. Okay, here is the gallon size pot, or about a gallon size. I have this tool in here so the soil does not go out of the drainage holes, and there's a drainage hole in the middle, and then you have several around the sides. But I'm going to as soon as I said that, I was saying I'm going to carefully try to fill this up, because I want the soil to hit the bottom. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing and then also make sure the camera is showing you what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to kind of flatten the base of the pot with the soil mix, and then fill it up. Like, I know at some point the tool is gonna fall down, but I'm trying to get there it is again. I'm trying to get as much as I can the soil inside the tool. And y'all, I'm gonna have to put the phone down so I could get this done. So let me get to a certain point and then I'll come back. All right, so I have just a little bit of soil in the pot, and I'm just measuring about how high the soil line is for the blueberry plant and then how high the pot is. And I almost feel like I have to take all of the soil out of the bottom, or at least push it all to around the sides to put the blueberry plant in, because this is such a tall, slender container, and I'm putting it in a kind of shorter but wider container. Blueberry roots spread out though. They go down, but they spread out, which makes this still a good container to use. And as the blueberry plant develops and grows out of this pot, I'd have larger containers to put them in. So let me take the blueberry out of the pot. But before I do that, this is where I'm going to add the mycorrhizal inoculant. I can't show that because I don't have enough hands, so let me do that and then I'll be back. Here is just a small dusting of the mycorrhizal powder, and now I'm going to take the blueberry plant out, center it, and then just fill in the potting mix around the blueberry plant. Okay, it definitely took a little bit to get the plant out of the container. I'm glad that it's not root bound, but if you can see, if this is focusing, the blueberry plant has very fine hairs for roots, and so you definitely want to be careful with that. Let me get this in the pot, and then I'll come back when I'm filling in the rest of the pot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the blueberry plant potted up. It looks really nice. I've got a couple of little bamboo sticks to try to just help support it until I can find something better, because these smaller branches, they are so tiny, but they already have blueberries coming off of them. And my understanding though is for sharp blue, it says here that, let's see if we can get this focus. Yeah, it says that the blueberry are dime sized dark blue fruit, so the fruit don't grow that big, so hopefully they won't be that heavy. But this is another reason why normally I take off the blueberries or the buds or the flowers before I even see fruit, because I want the plant to focus on just having strong, healthy branches and stems. The last thing that I'm gonna put in here is gonna be some of this bark mulch. Now this is fir bark. I couldn't find pine bark, but I did find the fir bark, and I talked to the person at the nursery, and they said that this will work, you know, just as well as like a mulch, and then also as it breaks down, it'll help to acidify the soil. So let me just put a few scoops around. Let's dress this up, and then we'll move the blueberry plant next to the pink lemonade. Alright, the blueberry plant is mulched in, and you can see like I cleared the mulch from like right at the base and the root. I didn't want the mulch exactly covering that, but I do have it like all around. So let's take this sharp blue blueberry, and I took space. So this is the pot that the bountiful blue used to be in, and then this is the pot, of course, that the pink lemonade used to be in, and that the new one is. You can see I kind of dressed it as well. Now this pot, I had enough tool to pull it out to the side. This one I did not, but when I transplant, if the tool is too tangled, like it's nothing, I'll just cut away the tool, that's all, and it shouldn't hurt the plant too much. I moved these strawberries, y'all. These are either Walmart or Home Depot. As you can see, like nothing, 100% dead. I'm gonna leave them in here for the time being because I don't need this tray and I don't need this space. But y'all, like, they dead. They definitely look like they dead. I don't think nothing gonna come back from it, but I mean, you know, we'll see. I made sure not to bury the crown. It might look like it because all you see is all of that the fir bark mulch, but the crowns are not buried. 10 bare roots and 0 germination. But let's check out the other strawberries. So I need to turn this around, y'all, and I have to be careful. So in the video that I just did, I was talking about the new the trellises that I have for my green stalk. Well, these are the plant supports. This is a 4-tier green stalk. I have 2 of the original size tiers at the bottom, and then I have 2 of the leaf size tiers at the top, and then I have these 2 plant supports on them. I have 2 plant supports on each of my 3 green stalks. They originally were 2 6-tier green stalks, but now they are 3 4-tier green stalks, and it's just easier for me to work with them because at 6 tiers it was just too tall. So y'all, and they have spiders in here. They have a big orange spider in here, y'all. So let's see if I can turn this without disturbing him. So the strawberries at the bottom are the 6-pack planters, or the 6 plant packs that I got from my local nursery, and they are doing well. I have to remember to turn this thing. That's the only thing I don't like about where I have the green stalk now. The whole green stalk doesn't get like the full sun, so I have to remember to turn it every day, and I have not been the best at doing that, so I got to get a little bit better with turning that. But the 2 top tiers are these bare root from either Walmart or Home Depot, and it is very much hit or miss. It's like hit or miss, mostly miss, but you know, a few hits. This is also bare roots. I need to water these, but again, a lot of hit or miss. And then this was the last pack of bare roots, again 100% miss. So for the money that I spent buying the bags and bags of bare roots, I could have just went to my local nursery, you know, paid a little bit more for the 6-pack, but got like 100%, you know, germination and plant growth. So sometimes it does not pay to buy the cheapest, you know, the cheapest thing. Some people have great success with those Home Depot and Walmart, those discount bare roots for strawberries and other fruits and plants, but I have not. Y'all, this is my peach tree that is just continuing to not look well at all. I keep looking to see, checking for like any new growth. I still just have these same leaves. I think these leaves are dying on this branch. I think this tree is dying. I did spray it down with the liquid 3-in-1 plant guard, but I'm gonna come back and I'm going to paint it. This is my Spice Z Nectar Plum. I also sprayed this, y'all. Once I started spraying, like I just got like happy and spray, and then I read the directions that said you know, spray one section and wait 2 or 3 days to see if any adverse reaction, and then you can spray the rest of the tree. Well, y'all, too late. So yep, these are the 2 new herb blueberries, and then you saw the one that I'm trying to rehabilitate, but if not, it will be replaced, and then I'll have a new plant pretty soon with that. And here is just a quick update on the pink lemonade lemon tree, and then this is the blood orange tree. They have been completely repotted, pruned, all of that kind of stuff, and sprayed with that liquid Ivy Organics 3-in-1 protecting spray. Y'all, I almost emptied the whole bottle just on these 2, but I still do have to come back and paint them. I'm gonna wait, you know, 2 or 3 weeks or so, because I did just, you know, repot them and everything, so they have all good soil, and I am just really praying for the best. Oh, so you know what, I probably need to do a Backyard Shenanigans update, because we did a lot of work changing around a lot of things, and I'm gonna just save that. I'm gonna save that for the next video. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.